Good morning, folks. It's Saturday, the 4th of March, and I'm coming back at you again. For the time being, it does feel good to do a video per day. Very happy to be making the connection through music with so many people. I appreciate hearing back from you that what I'm doing here and sharing my interest and love of music is helping some of you discover music. Very happy about that. Along those lines, I'm very pleased that Carla was happy with the review. I was honest, and I asked her to give me information to tell you about how to get this CD. Well, I believe I got the last CD that was manufactured when this was made in 2011. So Carla tells me that she has to have some more made, and if you give her about 2 weeks to get that done. Once I get the word from Carla, I will announce it in video, and I'm really pleased. Several people, more than 5. To me, several is not 3. Several people is 5 or more. Several people have contacted me and Carla on Facebook saying, where do I get your work? You know, it's like out of sight, out of mind. You can put videos on YouTube and you can put yourself out on Facebook, but that doesn't mean anyone's going to watch. So I'm directing traffic to Carla Dereck. You won't regret it. And I've already had people say that they were very surprised they hadn't heard of her, that they think she's magnificent. She is. Carla. I want to mention another musician worth mentioning that maybe some of you haven't heard of, who just passed away, I believe yesterday. Dutch jazz pianist Misha Engelberg. I don't have any of his solo work. I have his compositions on this CD, October Meeting 87, where there was a live Dutch jazz program put on and recorded. And on here you have a John Zorn-led group doing 3 Mengelberg compositions. So I have this, and I have another significant Mengelberg recording where he backed Eric Dolphy on piano on Eric Dolphy's last live performance that was recorded, last date. And this is a fantastic album. I am not primarily a jazz listener. I am primarily an electronic, progressive rock, somewhere between rock and something else type of listener. But when I listen to jazz, I love it. And this is one of my favorite jazz albums. Eric Dolphy was a singular voice, very much like Anthony Braxton and even John Zorn. If you haven't heard the music of Eric Dolphy, please check him out. Rest in peace, Misha Engelberg. My punk rock band, RAF, played last night. Some other musicians had told me last time I saw them that they wanted to get some old recordings of theirs to me that they had made back in the 90s. So they did last night. Here's one of them, a 7-inch single by a band called Stack of Dimes from Omaha, Nebraska. I love getting this. This is from the 90s. This is so local that there is no mention of this anywhere on the internet that I can find. Absolutely none. And these are local kids. Some of them are still playing. Dave Carnaby, who's on here, plays in Hand Painted Police Car. The bass player Ryan, or is Ryan? Are you on bass on here, or is this a joke? I get that mixed up if Ryan played drums or bass. Actually, for a local punk, this is actually good. It's played well. It's recorded pretty decent. It's from that hardcore where Omaha was really being influenced by the Washington, D.C. and the West Coast Danger House scenes. So that kind of flavor is on here. The other record that Ryan sent me that he plays bass on, so I guess, Ryan. We call him Rocco. So that's who it is, Ryan. Okay, Ryan, thank you. Is New Avenue Kings. Both of these are good. Both of these rock hard. Both of these are really decent punk rock. And yet I can't tell you where to find. There's no mention of either of these records on the internet anywhere, which makes it even cooler to own them, you know. I myself, as a collector, I like knowing that stuff I have is collectible and worth money, but that's not my focus. I'm not a flipper. I'm not the sort of person who buys records and then flips them for although I guess I could. Maybe I'm dumb but to not do it, but it's never been my intention. I just like owning this stuff, okay? I like owning it. Played some really good ambient music yesterday. Valley by This Quiet Army and Yellow 6. It's part of a two-part piece. The first part is Death, and this part is Valley. Ambient music that is also very drony, made with guitars and pedals and keyboards. This one's on silver vinyl. The death part of this is on gold vinyl. This is good stuff, and doesn't sound like Eno, but Eno again is a good touchstone for ambient and drone. You can find this online. This is worth checking out. This Quiet Army. This Quiet Army. This Quiet Army. Didn't play too much music yesterday. Getting ready for my show last night. All kinds of other stuff. My records really are selling. Murphy is just about gone. This one is going out to someone in Austria. Thank you. Austria. He ordered one of the Murphy splits. So on my records here, the Murphy splits, the split tops, I have 4 left. I have 4 of these left in the world, okay? 4 left, and they're gone. They're gone. And I'm pleased to say, with how things are going, which is how I have kind of planned for them to go at this point, my records are somewhat collectible now, but they will definitely be collectible in the future. So get yours today. Get yours today. People have been making requests in the comments. I forget them. That's why I say, folks, you got to just have to just let me do my thing, you know. The new Mew album is coming out. I'm excited about it, okay? I love it. One thing I can share with you is this, and I don't think Jonas will mind me telling you this, because Jonas is a friend of mine, the lead singer of Jonas of Mew. There's a couple songs on the new album that I've had for years as demos. He sent them to me, and Nick Fackler, we have a band called Indrima, and we met Jonas when they came to America for the first time years ago, and we just vibed. My friend Nick is Danish, and somehow they just really felt each other in that way. And I myself, I'm a universal citizen. I just get along with everyone. Anyway, we flirted with the idea of collaborating, Nick and I, with Jonas Bjerre of Mew, and he sent us material. I actually worked on some of it for a while, but from my perspective, what happened is that Jonas got busy with Apparatchik. Nick got busy with starting Icky Blossoms, and it just kind of sat on the shelf. But I thought the tunes were really good, and so I'm glad to see that Jonas went ahead and finished writing them with the band. But I have demos of songs from the new album. Yeah. That's a real honor, you know, to be friends with the people whose music makes my life so much more livable. I do think that Jonas's band, Mew, are one of the best bands in the world. Somewhere between progressive rock and pop music. Their music to me sounds like it could be played on the radio and could be enormously popular, but they don't get the radio play. And it's also very original. That's what I like, is originality. The less that it reminds me of anything that's gone before, especially the blues and certain types of country music, the better. The better. And the less it sounds like lounge music, the better. You know, the less it sounds like music for picking up a sex partner, the better for me, okay? So if you'd like for me to review your music or for me to get excited about it, that's some of my criteria. And if you think your music fits it, send it to me. If I like it, you hear how I am, I'll help you sell it. That's the other thing I know is people go out and buy the music that I enthuse about. I know it because you all tell me. Have a good one.